Okay guys, our next step in HTML is going over links. The HTML A tag, which I've always said it stood for anchor, it defines a hyperlink and it has the following syntax, meaning this is how it has to be written out. So A space href equals URL in quotation marks, and then the link text. So this may be www.google.com, and this may say click here for Google, and this is what the person surfing the web actually sees. The most important attribute of the A element is the href attribute, which indicates the link's destination. The link text is the part that will be visible to the reader. Clicking on the text will send the reader to the specified URL. There you go. So it took us to w3schools.com, and what it said was visit w3schools.com. By default, links will appear as follows in all browsers. Now this is by default. This can be changed. An unvisited link is underlined in blue. A visited link is underlined in purple. An active link, which basically means while you're currently clicking it, is red. And we just went over cascading style sheets, so you can use those to get a different look. Okay. By default, the link page will be displayed in the current browser's window. To change this, you must specify another target. The target attribute specifies where to open the linked document. The target attribute can have one of the following values. Self, this is default. The document opens in the same window as it was clicked. Blank will cause the document to open in a new tab or a new window. And parent opens the document in the parent frame, which looks very similar to top, which opens the document in the full body of the window that it's currently in. So now if I click this, see up top, it took us to a new tab. That's because right here it said blank. Now it took over the whole page that we were currently on. And topple will do the same thing. Okay, absolute versus relative URLs. We went over this, I believe in module 1 or 2. An absolute URL has to have the entire name. It's not in the same folder, it's not in the same, a lot of times not even on the same server, so you have to have the entire file path, https www.w3.org. A relative link, which is a link that's in the same folder tree or in the same folder itself, can have, just the last part of the file path. Now, it really doesn't show you what's happening, but that's the explanation behind it. Okay, you can also use an image as a link. This is handy to know. You just put the img tag inside the a tag. So now we have a href equals, this is just a file that it's linking to. Now notice we have not closed out the a tag yet. So now we have image src equals smiley.gaf. The alternate text is HTML tutorial, so if the picture does not load, that's what pops up. And the style here is your height and your width of your image. Then they close out the anchor tag. Now, this image is a link because of this part. And then this points to where the image actually is. If you put mail to in there, someone at example.com, if you click the link, it will pull up. Let's do it. It'll ask you want to use Outlook, like what are we using to open this to send an email. Basically all the mail to link does it just contains the email of whoever it is you want to email. So it might say, click here to email the CEO, or click here to, email customer support or technical support or whatever. You click on it, it brings up your email box, and the person's name will automatically be in the line that says to. A button is a link. I like this one. So here's a button as a link, and here's your code for your button. Button on click, document dot location equals default dot ASP, and then the text that goes on the button, HTML tutorial, is right here. And this is kind of cool. It makes the website look a lot more professional if you have all your links set up as buttons. Okay, link titles. I don't know if you guys remember this from before, but when you put a title on something, you hover over it and it gives you that little menu that pops up. That's all it does. And here's the attribute for that. Okay, more on absolute and relative RULs. We're going to kind of breeze over this because we just went over it, and it's the same stuff. Here is if your file was located in a folder different than the file tree you're currently on, and here is if the file is right on with your homepage. So here's your chapter summary. We use the A element to define a link, the href to define the address. The target defines where the page is actually going to open. Different tab, same tab, what's it going to do? The img tag stands for image. If you put it inside the A tag, you can turn an image into a link. And mail to does just how it says. It brings up your inbox and lets you mail something to somebody. Okay, we're going to go over colors and bookmarks here in a minute, but I want to keep these videos manageable, so that's it for right now.